Our high incline wide row is an exercise focusing on building the strength in our upper back and also the rear portion of our shoulders, so that rear delt. For this, you're going to want a bench and you're going to want to adjust it just around 45 degrees or slightly higher. For our Reebok benches that we use here, that is setting number 2, but you can use any bench at your local gym or at home that you're able to adjust just about 45 degrees or higher. We're going to be facing the bench. We're going to set those dumbbells down on the floor. We're going to lean that chest against the bench. We're going to grab those weights, and then keeping the chest against that bench, keeping that neck in line with the spine, we're going to flare those elbows out nice and wide as those palms face behind us in that wide rowing motion. So nice and high, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top and controlling it back on down. This is somewhat similar to a wide upright row, except we're hinged over a little bit. And the difference is a wide upright row is really focusing on the rear portion of the shoulders and the traps. This one does hit those muscles, but a little lesser degree, as it's also getting the upper back in between those shoulder blades involved. Key things to remember on this exercise: just like for our normal chest-supported row that's a little bit hinged over more, really keep that chest against the bench. Try not to rock back off of it. It's even more tempting to do being a little bit more upright and having a little bit less weight now on the chest. So really focus when you're rowing not to be arching that back and coming up off of the bench. If you find yourself doing that, typically you have a little too heavy of a weight, so drop it down a little bit. Keep the chest against the bench. Other thing to remember for this one is those elbows are flaring out. This is a wide row, so elbows are flaring out here, not coming in close to the body like you would on a normal row that's not the wide version. And those palms are facing behind us for this exercise. Last thing to remember for this one, keep the wrists relaxed. We're not curling with the wrists. We're not using the biceps to kind of bring the weight in towards the body. Those wrists are staying just nice and loose and relaxed, and we're just focusing on bringing those elbows up nice and high and squeezing the shoulder blades at the top and then getting that full stretch down at the bottom. You're going to want a lighter weight for this one, a lot lighter than you would do for a normal wide bent over dumbbell row, or even a lighter weight than you would normally do for a chest supported wide row where we're hinged over a little bit more, because we are involving a little bit more smaller muscle groups, a little bit less of those bigger muscle groups in that mid back. So grab a light set of weights. Focus really on using your form so that we're hitting those exact muscles we're trying to work. And then as you get more comfortable and stronger with that movement, you can start to progress up.